I'm making a game about some bears trying to steal some honey from some bees. In this video, I'm going to share my experience of rigging and animating as a newbie in Blender. The whole process was pretty painful, but next time I feel like it's going to be at least 50% less painful. First up, we have probably the most annoying one of the entire bunch. Generating a rig with Rigify is very finicky. I spent probably a few hours trying to figure this one out, but apparently you cannot generate a rig if you have any of the bones in your armature changed at all. They need to be exactly the same, exactly the name the same, and exactly connected the same. And this was a little annoying because I wanted to do something out of the box, right, that I could just do really fast, not have to worry about it, but it ended up costing me a lot more time than probably if I had generated the armature myself and done the IK myself. I might have been doing something wrong, but even when I remade the same bones, renamed them the same, and reparented them the same, I still could not use Rigify to generate the rig based off the basic human rig. There were a few times where I deleted a bone, I tried to re-add it back in, I tried to reparent it the exact same way, make it the exact same connection, and it still would not let me generate the rig. So I ultimately ended up having to restart the entire thing. I'm sure there's a way that I could have fixed it, but I spent such a long time on it that it was just significantly faster to regenerate the entire rig. I'm now an expert at making the right object the parent. I can't tell you how many times I tried to make the mesh the parent of the rig, and hopefully I will never make that mistake again because I tried it way too many times. As you can see here, I kept doing it over and over and over again. And I think this can be attributed to my over-eagerness to get my hands on and get dirty, rather than fully understanding what I was doing and what I was trying to do before going about doing it. Something else I learned is that weight painting is very, very difficult to do. And it's so important to the ultimate shape and design and how your animations look. It is not something that's trivial. When creating a model, creating animations, creating for a game, right? Your model, your painting, and your animations are all equally important. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I have from this is how important rigging a model correctly is and animating it is. You can't just have a model. That doesn't make a good looking game. These next two things aren't necessarily learning anything, but it's more of just bugs that were happening to me that I still have no clue why. I spent a long time researching them, couldn't find anything anywhere. The first one is sometimes when I was generating the rig, it would make my mesh bigger. I applied all of the transformations. There were no transformations being done. It was all baked into the mesh, baked into the armature. But it would just sometimes make it bigger. Don't really know why. I ended up like just remaking the entire thing because it kept trying to scale out randomly. And then this other one, really confused by it as well. I was using the subtraction brush when I was weight painting and it was just adding in some places. Don't really know what's going on there. If you have any clue why either of these two things was happening, I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments. I think the main conclusion of this is that rigging is very challenging. And it has a very steep learning curve, I feel like, because it's not a lot of intuitive things going on, at least from the perspective of someone who really hasn't done much in Blender. But I feel like I'm significantly better at it than when I started. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. This is my first attempt at making long-form content. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.